Well, it's time to put the suspension back on it. And we're going to start with the forks. Now, being that this is an old bike and it's been used and abused its whole life, it was sold to me in very poor condition. The fork seals were leaking. What a seal saver is, or seal mate, or whatever, there's different brands. It's just a thin piece of plastic, and you slide it up into the seals and clean them. And this is angled in such a way that as you put this around the fork like this and slide it up in there and go around, this little edge here, and you can see I've cut this one, pulls the dirt out. And so you want this kind of angled this way so that as you go across the seal, it grabs that dirt and kind of pulls it out instead of shoving it up into the fork. So first thing you do is you find some sort of tool and you get in here, because these aren't your seals. These are the dust boots. So we do want to make sure these are clean, but this isn't what leaks. So we just need to go around here and carefully and slowly pry this guy out. There we go. You can see there's some shmoo in there. Clean that up. And now you can look in there and the seal's way back in there, probably about ½ inch or so. And so that might be all full of shmoo on your forks. I've already done this once, so mine aren't so bad. So now we're going to get our little tool. We're going to reach up in here with it, and we're going to get it up past that seal. Okay, so it's up in there. And now we're just going to kind of go around carefully and slowly. Come on. There it goes. And we're going to scrape that seal. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to save this seal. Let's see if we got any shmoo here. No, I didn't really get any shmoo on there, so I probably got it about as clean as it's going to get last time I did this. So once you're all done, then you can slide this boot back up in there and seat it all nice. And then pump your suspension and see if it's still leaking. And it's not. So you're going to do that to both sides. Now, you'd usually do that in the bike. But I'm not going to, because mine are already out. And because it's leaked out a bunch of fluid, my forks don't have enough fluid in them. So we need to do a fluid change. So in order to do that, we need to take this cap off. Let me go find a wrench. Well, I think I just lost a whole bunch of filming because I go to adjust my camera and the battery pops out. So we've got the spring out, we've got the cap, the dampening rod, the spring all pulled out, and we have the collapsed fork here full of oil. So pour this oil into this here jug. Oh yeah. Ooh, it's nasty. That is some black looking junk. Now we need to put no more fluid in. So according to what I've read on the internet, which you know is accurate because the internet's always true, we're supposed to be 105 millimeters from the top, spring out, shock compressed, which is its current state. I just have one of these. We're going to set it to 105 millimeters right there. Now I got a dipstick. Okay. It's dry. More fluid. don't think you're supposed to get it down the middle. Oops. There we go. Still kind of dark, but way nicer looking than it was before. Probably a good 5 millimeters too much. Which is a shame. I hate to waste it. And that fluid looks so much better than the fluid in the jug. Okay, it's right at the tip. Right at 105. So now, I'm going to put our spring back in. Make sure it's clean. And we're going to... Forgot a step. Derp-a-derp-a-der. Gotta get that rod up through the spring. Forgot about this part. This part stinks. Okay, now holding the rod here and letting the spring down. Gotta kind of... Oh, I forgot how I did this before. Probably should have practiced this before filming it, you know, so I didn't look like an idiot. If I drop this, it's gonna just fall. Whew, it's hot under this light. Alright, dropped it, caught it within an inch of the top, so now we just gotta feed it up. Okay, got it. Whew, what a pain that was. Okay, now this guy. Okay, thread him on there. 100 foot-pounds, right? Man, 25's a lot. There it goes. Whew. All right. Now, slide this guy back up. I'm gonna slide him down. Don't feel any air bubbles. Okay. Come on, thread. There it goes. Now I'm going to have to torque the rest in the bike because I don't have any way to hold that at 25 foot-pounds. Hey, if you look at it from just the right angle, it almost looks like a dirt bike. Other angles, not so much. Let's work on the rear suspension some. There. Oh. There we go. Whew. What a pain. Clean all that up. Yuck. Alrighty. Yeah, there's nothing in there. So let's take this valve out. A little bit of pressure. What do you know? There's oil in it. There's lots of oil in it. Why does it act like there's no oil in it? There we go. Got it. Where'd my tool go? There it is. There it comes. Oh, wow, that was a giant pain. It's caught on the next section. Oh, violence. Sometimes violence is the answer. So, this is the part that leaks. When you get your rear shock rebuilt, this is the part they replace. And I'm going to try to not replace it, even though it's probably worn out, and I probably should. I'm going to see if I can just clean everything up, fill it with oil, and see how long it'll last. Hoping that if I clean it really well, that maybe, just maybe, whatever dirt was built up in there was what caused it to leak. Alright, everything's pretty clean, so I'm going to start putting stuff back together. Pour a little bit in here. Alright, so I poured the oil in this side here, and you can see it's starting to run out into the other side, so I know that valve is working. So we got a bunch of oil in there, got a little bit of oil in there. Now we're going to put this bladder in, and we need it to overflow and make a mess everywhere. So, let's see if we can do that. If it doesn't overflow and make a mess everywhere, then we have to add more. Oh yeah, there's the mess. Alright. Fluid in the main part, like so, and submerge this guy. And this guy's got holes in the valve stack, lots of places to trap air. We can't let any of that air remain. So once we put it in here, oil's already starting to come out those holes. It's dirty oil. Now we need that air to come out, so you can see a bunch of bubbles. Oh yeah. Yep, and you notice the oil level's gone down instead of up. So let's keep those bubbles coming. Alright, I think I got it. So now, push this in, I guess. Sure. Okay, oil goes everywhere. Now, once you go here, once you get to about the seal, it locks up solid. And that's because it's hydraulically sealed. There's nowhere for it to go except for to crush the bladder, which has air pressure in it. And, you know, probably a good, I don't know, 30 pounds or so, which is, after all that bleeding, more than my muscles have left. So, we're going to take that valve stem out. So, oh yeah, so I just saw the bladder actually go down. Got sucked in a little bit. So as I push this down, I think that might come up. Not 100% sure on that. Okay. Come on. Okay, we're about flat. Now I gotta get it down the rest of the way. Let's see here. A little tap with the rubber mallet and see what that does. Oh yeah. Okay, there's where the clip goes. So let's put the clip in. Give it a quick little shine. Might as well clean it while it's out. There it goes. Ta-da! Shock. It's in, greased up the top joint since I don't have a replacement for that. Now it's time to do linkage. That's over here. So I've cleaned that up. And linkage is almost always neglected. You've got these little needle bearings and they ride inside there. If you can see, there's still some needle bearings in there. I had a flashlight here. There it is. So you can see those needle bearings in there. And then a sleeve like this slides inside of there. And there's seals right here, but this gets greased once, and then nobody ever touches them again. At least in my family. And this guy too. Whoever owned this never greased these. So you can see that they are now covered in a nice lubricating coat of rust. Makes them nice and crunchy. You know, and some people like that feeling. I don't. So we need to take these apart, take out all these needle bearings, take out these seals, and then the worst part is to take out the race and replace all of it with this kit. Let's get started. So the idea is this socket's small enough to slide in, and then this socket's big enough for that race to go in the middle of. You know, if you had some way to do it this way, I could probably even, but that's not very kind to everything. So let's open this vise up. Let's see, this might break my vise again. Oh yeah, plenty of room. Oh, she don't want to move. She don't want to move. Let's give her a little tap, tap, tap. Oh boy. I think my vise is just bending. Alright. Next step in escalation is some heat. Now, this is aluminum, so it spreads the heat very quickly. And it gets hot very quickly. You don't need it to glow or anything. Just expand a little bit and let go of that race. Oh, there, I did it. It moved. Oh, moved once. Oh, there it goes. Come on, baby. Oh yeah, now we're in the money. Oh, it's taking a lot of force. Okay, now it's moving. Okay, hot. Yeah, hot. Okay. One race out. There it is. Not bad. Alright. All cleaned up. He's shiny. Ooh. Yeah. Alright. So this was like $90 or something like this. I think I've got more money invested in this little box of bearings than I've actually put into the whole bike. Ooh, stickers. Don't drop it. Bearings will go flying. This is a little scary. Alright, so let's get close. Okay, glove. Glove is in the way. There we go. Okay, glove is making things crooked. There we go. Got it started. It's still crooked. Alright, what do I gotta do different here? There it goes, straighten it out. This is really hard to see with the gloves flinging around, sorry. But, there it goes. Now we got her going. Okay, we're going to go till it gets tight. It's almost there. Okay. Now, alright, so it's a lot of the way in, but not all the way. So now, our sockets. Gonna push it in the rest of the way, and we need it to be even on both sides. So it's got to push it in there quite a bit. It's pretty close. Alright, they're all in there. Alright, I think I get it. I think it goes like this. Oh, I'm confused. This goes to the swing arm. Like this. Got it. Okay guys, I went ahead and did all the swing arm bearings. They've all been replaced now. Process was basically the same as the first bearing I did. Press out the old ones. Suffered a casualty. So I guess I need to make another video on how to fix a Harbor Freight vise. But it's time to install this swing arm. I've already got the shock pretty much ready to go. So we're going to kind of weasel this guy up in through here. If we can get him in there. Like that, and then I've got the bolt laying here. Let's see. Okay. Alright guys, here it is. Project CXR is now just another bike in the stable. I'm sure we'll be working on it again. But for now, let's go ride it. Thanks for watching.